Hey everybody, I'm ep2. Welcome back to Surviving Mars. Now, I think I made a horrible mistake yesterday. I have to tell you, I meant to do a supply drop, and part of my mind was going, you know that something's wrong, because I was loading a lot of things on it, and then I sent back my rocket, and then looking at my cash, I'm down to only 140 million, which means in order to move forward, we're going to have to find something to make up that money, because we're not going to get to this underground rare metals. Just flat out, not with this dome. And I don't believe that the actual, let me zoom back in. I don't believe the actual metal extractor gets rare metals. Just the metals themselves, which means we need a rare metal. And even though we have enough machining parts to make it happen, we're out of the range of the dome. So I think we're in a little bit of trouble. We've got a leaking power line, which we're okay with because we can just shut off the valve here. We'll power that down. That's a whole reason we placed them. New anomalies. Now taking a look. This one requires a safari. I told you guys that I thought we'd need a safari, and we're right. Some botanists that we don't have, and officers, again, don't have them. While we're out on a map, we'll take a look, and we've got the colony of India. Absolutely known for bringing in people early. Project. Oh, yeah, that's just a project. A colony of Blue Star, which isn't known for bringing in people at all. I've seen whole entire gameplays where they don't actually do anything, and looking, it looks like they haven't even constructed a dome yet. That's good. That might mean that I have a chance. Our colony, and then the Church the Church of the New Ark. Again, they're on Sol 9 and they haven't actually built anything of value. Can we contact one of these guys and exchange the technology? No, they don't believe that we have anything of useful technology. Yeah, nothing there. And probably these guys are probably going to say the same thing, that just nothing. So that's bad for us. So that means that we might end up with some trouble. Now, rumor is, almost constructed a dome. We're only missing some metal and some concrete. Let's grab our actual RC transport and see if we have some metals on the ground that we can grab. Now, we've got some polymers over here, which is good. So we'll go ahead and do a route. Try to grab all of the metals in particularly that we can, and we'll go ahead and send them back. That way we can try to get this dome completed before the next guy. Because all we need is 19 more metals. Or 19 more metals, 11 more metals. And then we'll be good to go there. We got another sector scanned with absolutely nothing. The leak is fine. We just need metals to fix it. But as long as it's not affecting the rest of the grid, we're okay. Speaking of the rest of the grid, our dome is pretty well, completed. And the actual storm is done. Let's go ahead and shut off this valve. Close down our Stirling generator so that it's not taking any more wear, so we can save those precious polymers. Could probably close out this. Yeah, our water is a thing. Now, what I'm thinking for water is we've got a source here. We just need to actually, we'll probably use our commander as a spot over here. There's fusion. All right, let's go ahead and go dream reality so that we can see if we can get an early game tech for money of some sorts. Let's go ahead and take farm automation completely off there for the moment. Move dream reality up to the top. Because I either need a breakthrough, a social, or a terraforming that gets me money in order to move forward. Or a lucky find with an actual anomaly that gets me money. Let's go ahead and get our rocket back so that we can actually try to... Yeah, almost constructed that first dome. Gotta get the actual transport. Yeah, let's move it back so we can get it constructed. This is pretty imperative. Now zooming out, I don't have any more anomalies, but I'll go ahead and queue up the... Ooh, and with that, we have an anomaly like way up in the boonies towards our research goal, so we're going to have to build a ramp up there, but that will come later. First things first, have to take care of this. Let's go ahead and move this over here so that we can prioritize getting these metals out. I want that dome. Come on, guys. Load it up and let's get it going. Then I can take you back to go get more metals. What I can probably do is we can probably unload everything right there. Excellent. There's our dome, and we've got some surface metals up here. Let's go ahead and grab them. And we'll go ahead and grab all. Bring them back. Another sector with absolutely nothing.
Research complete.
And there's our dome. Let's get him over so we can work on a ramp. We've got our dream reality. There's our Martian patents. We're going to go ahead and move that to the top and hopefully ride on it. Let's go ahead and re-queue up farm automation. Now, what can we do to make this happen? Because what we're going to need is the 2 Stirling generators. That should take care of the 20 power that it actually requires. Now, oxygen and water are going to be the next thing on the list. And for oxygen, we've got some oxygen tanks. Can we place oxygen inside? Requires to be outside. Okay. So we need some pipes, and let's go ahead and plop those here. We'll place a oxygen tank right here, and we need a Moxie to go with it. Now, what I'm thinking for the Moxie is we're only going to power it during the day, so let's go ahead and place that down. Got another sector that has some concrete and some rare metals. Requires 1.8 water in order to make it actually work. This is low. This should supply all of it that we need, and we can go something like this. What I'm thinking, it will... There it goes. We'll try to maintain that, and what we'll try to do is use our commander to arc that gap. Now, it's going to be kind of iffy as our drone hub stops right about here. So let's place a depot here. Found 3 anomalies. Again, that one's up top. We got one down here and one over here. This one just requires further analysis. Let's go ahead and get him done. Our path is also done, so let's go ahead and send him up, our explorer up here. This one is just research goal, which is good. Go ahead and close that out. We know that the dome is without actual power. That will take care of itself once we get our... Well, it has power. The oxygen will take care of itself. As for the moisture, keep clicking the wrong button. As for the actual moisture, the vaporators only require maintenance and only require power.
Sector scanned.
Let's do something like this, because it's within range of the actual drone hub. That's Martian patents. Let's go ahead and queue up the next thing. So we'll go ahead and go with Martian festivals, because we want to see if we can get down something else. If we place our... Not research. Our first moisture vaporator right there, and place down probably a solar. Let's go ahead and get one of those water towers, and we're going to have to butt it right up against it. Now, hopefully that produces the majority of what we need, and then we're going to have to place something a little bit further over here, probably on this pack, and we're going to go ahead and shut these off during the actual night. Now, what would really help is if we get the technology that boosts the the moisture evaporators to where they actually produce more during the day.
Research complete.
There's our automated storage. Now, nothing too useful in there other than water, oxygen, and power capacity increased by 50%. That could be useful. Think we should go back for the physics because, again, we need to actually maintain. No, we'll go ahead and go back for farm automation. No, it's already queued up. We can't do that. Let's do mass storage. So many things to actually research. Let's get a storage over here. Got a meteorite there. I thought we placed one right there.
Anomaly found.
Probably mistaken. Oh, and we have an anomaly and the screen is flashing red.
You'd think the explorer had found buried treasure the way our scientists were reacting. It was a sulfur-rich regolith.
Excellent. We found a sulfur-rich regolith. I'm not actually sure what that word means. So we can either concentrate efforts to get 1,000 research, or we can focus on a geochemical analysis, which reduces engineering by 10%. So I think over the long term, I think the engineering is the long term. And that should be pushing
Resources
our
available.
actual guy down here, which will get us a big boost. Excellent. Let's close these out. And meteor storm still remaining a day. Let's take a look at actual facilities for in there. I'm thinking we'll go with living complexes. And we'll take 3 of them. And what we'll probably need to do is we're going to need just a little bit of actual polymers to make this
Anomaly
work.
found.
Because we're going to have to open these up. Oh, where are you hitting? Well, thankfully with autonomous sensors, that actually is okay. Got another anomaly over here that's right next to our other one. So let's go ahead and queue that up. And hopefully our actual explorer. Oh, look at that. There's 2 of them up here. I was thinking this was down in the valley over here where our explorer's heading. That's actually really good. That will be probably 3,000 research between the 3 of them. That's pretty massive. All right, so what I was saying is we're going to have to open this up in order to produce enough power because I don't think we can make our actual Stirling generators yet. Yeah, we haven't actually researched it yet. So we're going to have to probably open them up. And I did see that there were some polymers over here. So let's go ahead and with our transport, we'll go ahead and create a route to grab all of this. And we'll drop it off kind of back at our home.
Anomaly analyzed.
First anomaly, 1250. Absolutely amazing. Puts us at 98% for interplanetary astronomy. Think that pretty much, yeah, that pretty much finishes it. And then we'll be on to our next thing. I don't want to shake the cheese mechanic and actually spam out Martian patents. Good thing about chaos theory is everything's random. And at the first time I actually re-rolled the map because the first social was not the Martian patent, but the crowdfunding, which was 2 billion. And I decided that was too cheesy of a start, considering that it's 2 billion for like 1,000 research, and you can just outsource pretty much infinitely for the rest of the game at that point in time. Excellent. These, let's go ahead and shut them off at night so we don't get the low power. Something I probably should have done a long time ago. And for this, now this will be running during the day. I'm thinking over here, we should do the same thing where we place one here and go ahead and place a tower
Research complete.
right there and another solar panel. There's our Omega telescope. Brings us down to creative reality. Yeah, we will queue it up. I'm getting a little scared, guys. If we don't get surface heater soon, we are in trouble. We might be in trouble anyways, just because we don't have enough power for this. Let's go ahead and open these up so at least it's powered, and let's send our rocket back with people. And what we're going to queue up for is, well, we don't want any tourists because we can get them. For our age group, we only want to be taking youth and adults so that we can get as many children as possible. For our perks, yeah, I'm okay with leaving them as our flaws. We don't want gluttons, as food may be a real challenge up front. I think we don't want any loners, not that it's actually queuing up any to come with us. And quarks, we do not want any vegans, as we're going to have to rely on animals for quite some time. Looks like we have 22 possible candidates. Let's go ahead and take the 12 that they are actually recommending. And just kind of take the lottery that they're the best ones that we can get. Let's actually take a quick look through here. I mean, obviously, sexy greatly increases birth rate might be a thing. If we can, let's do the filter and go ahead and go with perks. And we will green light sexy to kind of prioritize it. Okay. So it looks like we're taking 3 of them with us. Yeah, let's make that work. Now, I believe there's a spot, maybe it's in Command Center, where we can change the color of our actual ship. Building colors. We'll go with the actual rainforest. I don't think any of these. No, we'll go with red steel. That's closest to my style. Excellent. Now our rocket is a little bit closer to what we are. And for our services, let's get a ranch down. Yeah, the ranch is the right way. We'll take the hit on the actual polymers. You need power. And you just need that metal to make it happen. For the rest of our dome services, we need a diner, a grocer, and I'm thinking not another diner, an infirmary. And then from there, then we can go around with our actual decorations, and we can get a large park in here. I'm thinking this will be the start of it. At least it will get people down, and then we can kind of work towards this water as we try to get, as I said, over to here. And what we'll do is with our next supply drop. Ooh, research our next thing. Oh, and rumor has it India's about to land somebody. Okay, core metals is researched. So that should actually bring us a huge site somewhere. Yep, look at that up there. Let's not actually zap it. 50,000 deep metals. And let's take a look at this one. Again, here's both of our passages to the underground. There's farm automation. Again, 50,000. Let's queue up some more research while we're at it. And I think we're going to be moving down here into the underbelly. Moving towards those entrances now that I see them. And as for this, let's bring our explorer back home. And, ooh, localized terraforming. Geoscape dome. Not useful at all. As the amount of polymers it takes to construct it, we are ages away from it. Now, we can build the actual polymer factory, and we have fuel factories, but we've got to get machining parts first. We'll queue it up so we can continue on our path to farms. We should probably pair up Yeah, let's do rover printing. That seems about right. And what can we do? Our rocket's about back. Then we can send it back for more. We need some prefabs. In particularly, we need a prefab for a small electronics factory and a small machining factory is what we need. Let's go ahead and open this up. These are now going. How much water are we producing? Total demand is 0.8. Hopefully the demand of our gooses is 1.2. Now, is that the fastest? 5 per soul. 15 every 2. This is basically 45 every 4 and 60 every 5. I'm thinking we should go for rabbits because it's 15 every 2 days. That's way better than the 5. It does consume a lot more, but I think that's the route to go. Our rocket is down. And we need to prioritize getting some more concrete is what we need to do. So let's open these valves back up so that we can get our concrete going pretty much around the clock.
New colonists have arrived.
And the founder stage has begun. A new beginning.
Full of hope and determination, the first founders have set foot on the Red Planet.
Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So we're going to see what we can do to basically make people happy enough so that we get new colonists while we get babies before that 10 days is up. We got our milestone. And now it's getting our first food production. Now, thankfully, with 12 people, hopefully we'll have enough for the diner and at least part of the other. We'll see. Maybe a little bit tight. Our mechanical parts, we still have 12. We have 10 polymers and some electronics left. Think we're good to send our rocket back. And where to go next? We have a genius. Excellent. I think that's just free research. Let's load up some electronics and we're going to put some sensor towers down in the actual pit. So I'm thinking load up 5 and we'll load up 5 metals. Then we can go ahead and confirm that and exit. There we go. And what we can do then is we can look for a spot like right in here. Bring that down, bring our commander down, and we'll start our sensor towers down here. And then what we'll do is once this is pretty well set, we'll build a ramp up this way and we'll start our sensor towers up here. Look at that. Guys are going to town. Absolutely astonishing. Let's go ahead and queue up some more as this area is about to finish. Got a couple of good research sites in here in the cold. I'm thinking we actually try to, once we get this rare metal and this metal, I say we start working this way towards the actual cold. That brings us Martian festivals. Ooh. Home collectives. Residence buildings upgrade. Basically increases the surface comfort of houses, making it better living, basically. Let's queue that up, kind of keep it on the back burner. We'll actually move it above the rover printing as I think it's more valuable in the long run. Getting our domes to have an actual threshold for a average comfort high enough is pretty important. Got the concrete. We just need to go ahead and tell them to prioritize building those. Probably can. We have 150 concrete. We can probably go ahead and shut these down for the moment. Conserve some power. Conserve some precious machining parts. And we can probably close that Stirling generator down. That should push some things in there. Now, Our fuel, we have enough fuel for a while, so let's go ahead and do the same thing with our fuel refineries. Let's go ahead and shut them off for the time being. Excellent. Now, water will become an issue at some point in time, and what I'm thinking is we need to extend the actual power grid a little. Let's go ahead and do
Resources are low.
this right here. We'll use the fact that we have the Stirling generators to subsidize. I think we have to bring... Oh, it's this way. There we go. Low food storage, that will be a thing until we get this up and going.
Great dust storm approaching.
Ooh, and another dust storm. Oh, we need to get enough water stored to make that happen. Let's pipe. How are we going to do this? We don't have pipe spots. Probably come this way. And place a water tower. Let's place another water tower over here. Kind of in preparation. How is our oxygen doing? Not high at all.
Scanned.
Let's place a pipe valve right here. Another sector with nothing in it. Absolutely useful. Absolutely useless, that is. And building not working, the infirmary, and what is that? We probably don't have enough people. We do want to prioritize the diner and the grocer. And what we'll do is we will kick them out so that we can get 1 and 1 for the infirmary is what I'm thinking. Yeah, 1 unemployed person. There we go. That should enable us to have... Yeah, the birth threshold is 55. Our current comfort is 57. Now, if we can get this up just a little bit higher, we should start to see where people want to have children. Yeah, look at that. Males who want it and females that want it. Oh, God, I should have looked at the ratio of males to females. 9 to 1. That's a fail. Rockets just about loaded up, and we produced the first food. So that should be the last of the milestones before we actually get into the nitty-gritty of the game. First Martian born. Okay. Almost done. The rest of these are just actually grind. Let's go ahead and grab our transport, and we will bring it over. Oh, we already built the first sensor tower. Good. So right in here, it looks like it's the fall off. Let's go ahead and take it there. We'll take our commander right there. We'll get our next sensor tower. Let's go ahead and send our rocket back to Earth so that we can pick up a few more supplies, and a cold wave is coming. Oh, Christ. Water tanks are going to freeze outside buildings. Yikes. Without heaters, we are in trouble.
Scanned.
The dome will survive. Everything else is basically going to freeze. And things like we may be able to supply water just by pressing the actual Stirling generators to actually keep the water going, but the actual towers are going to freeze. I'm a little leery here, guys. Let's go ahead and DQ our fuel there so we don't need it. So we're going to have a great dust storm and a cold wave at the same time. Yikes. Let's get a food storage right outside the dome.
Sector scanned.
Well, we have colonists. We have the preparation for the Great Dust Storm and the Cold Wave. I'd like to thank everybody for joining. If you like what you saw, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel for more videos like this where we do really stupid things apparently. And we'll see you in the next episode where we're going to have two disasters hit at the same time.